Agent Growth Lab, what is it? This is amongst the most comprehensive training platform on the planet for real estate agents when it comes to showing you how to leverage AI. I'm a practicing real estate broker associate myself out here in Southern California, and never once have I been so dedicated to saying, hey, these tools are being so effective. I'm going to put them more into place because I do travel quite a bit. The last 5 weeks previous to this, I was in a different state 5 weeks in a row providing training to the real estate community. Here's some actual screenshots of my website, myagentgrowthlab.com. And we're going to be using this as a resource. So I'm going to throw this into the chat box for all of you as well. To access my Agent Growth Lab or to access our training platform, just go directly to myagentgrowthlab.com. But again, this is a website. I'm out providing trainings and insights, and some of these events are huge. I just did a massive one in Las Vegas. Perhaps some of you were there in Las Vegas. I did a total of 5 sessions. And I mean, I did one session just for the broker community on the commercial community, just leveraging AI in order to further grow our business. So again, myagentgrowthlab.com is the website. When you do visit this site, top right corner, all you're going to want to do is to log in. So now in my case, I've already logged in. So if you are not familiar, how do I access my training program? Visit myagentgrowthlab.com. And then what you'll do in the top right corner is you'll log in. Now I'm already logged in, but if you were not logged in, common problem that I get is that I don't know how to log in. I don't know my logins. Well, there's a forgot my password. And then you can also send us an email directly just saying, hey, we forgot our password. It's very simple and easy for us to force a link to you so that way you can log in. So that's the biggest thing. Once you log in to your account, then you're going to want to come on over and click where it says My Library. Now, when you click on My Library, there's a lot of different services that we as a company offer. I'm going to just focus on the Agent Growth Lab to start, and then I'll show you a second portion, okay? So my Agent Growth Lab, what you would see is that if you only have access to our training program, this is that one-time fee, 41 training videos, this is what you'd get. So all you got to do is just click right here, and then this is it. This is a platform. Everything is built on the Kajabi platform. Kajabi is one of the biggest training platforms on the planet. So if you guys have heard of other sites like School, or there's Kajabi, what's another one? There's a really popular one, Go High Level. They all play in that same realm. And the reason that I decided to build out my platform on Kajabi is simply because I did my own independent research with AI, and ChatGPT said, undoubtedly, this is a platform that would make the most sense for you. And then my really good friend, Johnny Perez, out of the San Diego market, he's built out a program for VA, and he's blowing it up nationwide. And then he told me independently that Kajabi is the place where he's built his. The reason I say that is because Kajabi is the platform, but you could also download the Kajabi app directly, and it's spelled Kajabi. You could download the app if you want, and you could always log in with the app. And once you're logged in, you're logged in. But my advisement is that you're going to want to be comfortable doing this from the comfort of your own home or office, because when you're at home, you're at the office, it's very simple and easy for you to just be able to say, okay, I got my iPhone here with me. I got my screen right in front of me. Let's go one by one. Our platform is built into 4 modules, okay? 4 modules. Module number 1 is building your foundation. Now, some of you may be a little bit more advanced where you don't really need this, but I would still advise go through it. The videos are short, anywhere from about 2 to maybe 5 minutes. Yes, there are a couple videos that are a little bit longer, just like there's a few videos that are a little bit shorter. But collectively, if you were to complete the entire program, all 40 videos, it would be less than 3 hours. Okay. So now, as I'm looking at this here, building your foundation for video marketing. Everybody wants to talk AI. You can't talk AI and then discount video, because look at every company out there, the biggest ones that are on the planet, you're going to see them all. Of course, they're leveraging AI, but how do you know about it? Because they're creating video content. So get back into that habit of really making that decision that if you want to be this tech savvy agent, you want to be able to stand out, you want to be able to bring more value to your clients, embrace the concept of both AI and video. So this goes through the blockbuster lesson. This is a great lesson. It's one of my favorite short videos, but pretty much it's like this. Blockbuster at one time had an opportunity to purchase Netflix for $50 million. They said no because they're like, we got everything we need. We're ahead of the curve. And you know what happened. Blockbuster now is filed bankruptcy. I think there's one store left in Midwest America, and Netflix is valued at nearly $500 billion. It goes on to say, why do we hold ourselves back? How can you best prepare for on-camera success? How do you speak clearly and with confidence? How do you create content that's short, concise, straight to the point? How do you hook your audience from the start? And then there's a recap of that section. So this is a really good baseline to say, if you want to hit the ground running, let's at least make sure the foundation is in place. Now, when you come on over and you click to watch any of these videos, here's what I want you to see. You're going to have the opportunity to not just watch the video, but you're going to be able to go one by one. As one video ends, it goes to the next video, which is great. And then I've taken the time to clearly articulate the details of each and every video here for you. So do know that as well. Let's go back here. So this is module number 1. Module number 2 is filming tips made simple. Now, if you want to create video content that stands out, it would be important for you to at least get some tips on what tools should we be using. And these are real simple ones, something as simple as a tripod. Now that might sound like, okay, do I really need a tripod? I could hold my phone. It just elevates your videos. Plus, if you're an agent who's actively out on the field, whether it's you're showing properties and your client hasn't shown up yet, why not take the advantage to create some content? If I am at a new build, I can easily set up my tripod, which I've done many times before, and make sure that I capture the sign behind me, the signage of the new build, or even one of the properties, or simply set it up on your home office desk just to be able to create better content. I also have a ring light on right now, so if I turn this off, now look at the difference in my quality of video, right? So ring lights matter also, and this really just gives you the framework of you preparing, because if you don't prepare for success, it's going to be challenging for you to be systematically successful. So the majority of the content that I create, it's in well-lit areas, or if I'm recording at home, I already have my tripod and I have my ring light. I carry a tripod in my backpack as well, which wherever I go, I carry that with me. If I go to an appointment with a client, I'm not walking in with the backpack, but I have it there with me in my car just in case. So these are short, but again, filming tips. So I'm giving you a really good solid foundation so that way nobody on this call can say, well, I don't know how to create video. I don't know how to make it look good. I'm going to be embarrassed. This satisfies all that. The third module, and I would say without a doubt, the crown jewel. This is the most popular module. The ChatGPT Masterclass. ChatGPT is constantly evolving. If you are not owning ChatGPT, and I don't mean you own it, I'm talking about if you don't own it in your business and use it comprehensively, systematically, I'm telling you right now, you are leaving a ton of money on the table. I'm getting a call from a client today. She's already contacted me over the weekend to let me know, John, my family and I, we've decided that we want to work with you on the sale of our home. I was shut down. I was told no, but because I used ChatGPT and I used 4 prompts very efficiently, I used 4 prompts to do research on a home. I went over to a new AI, which is called Manus, to create a slide deck. My client told me when I called her, now I'm going to refer to her as my client, but when I called her, she said, we have a family friend and I would feel like an absolute B if she did not get this listing because I already told her it's her listing. And I said to her, I completely understand. I 100% respect the loyalty that you have to your clients. In fact, I would hope that, or to your realtor, I would hope that my clients would have just as much loyalty to me. Oh, by the way, you're on your cell phone, correct? Yes, I am. Perfect. Go ahead and take a look at your text. I just texted you a document. Do you mind just tapping on that and pulling it up? If anything, feel free. And what I did is I did 4 prompts from ChatGPT, converted that into a beautifully, artfully crafted presentation to showcase to her that I know her market really well. When this lady's on the phone, she says, you did all of this research for us? I said, indeed I did. Well, very next day, I got an invitation to the home. And fast forward, I was able to meet with the family on Friday in order to give my full-blown presentation, and that's a new listing opportunity. Just like I shared that with you on Friday, after that appointment, I was at a second appointment. I got a referral from a realtor in Arkansas. And he said to me, I just got this online lead, but she said she has a realtor. Is she okay with me calling? I called, I did my research, met with her and her husband, and they're absolutely floored. I have my second appointment with them today to go over a couple of final key details. So my point, guys, is this. Take the time to go through ChatGPT Masterclass. I have agents that will call me with questions or text me with questions. I will ask them, did you watch ChatGPT Masterclass? And sometimes I catch them fibbing. They will say yes, and I'm like, perfect, it's right there. And this is not me not wanting to answer a question as much as it is, I'm giving you the answers to the test. Take the time to go through it. But this is all about, let's just take a look at this. This is all about a very important one. What is a prompt? Tips for better prompts. I give you the structured outline, and then my videos, when the opportunity exists, I recap key takeaway, but more importantly, I give you the action step. Now that you've watched this, go on out and do this. Very important, because imagine if you were a potential golfer and you're just watching people do videos, but you're not swinging the clubs yourself, it's going to be really difficult for you to increase your score. Okay, same concept here. Once you're done watching the video, click here to mark it as complete. So now if you click to mark it as complete, now the system is registering and recognizing what you've done. Now, as you go through these videos here, we have videos on market research. This is a fantastic, powerful video where I'm giving you the prompt. And here's the thing, I give you the keys to the candy store. The prompts are here so that way you can copy and paste. But if you're simply just watching and you're not doing, it might be a little bit difficult for you to connect the dots. But I would use this prompt here in order for ChatGPT to give me 10 solid video scripts, 10 solid video ideas. And then after market research, then we go to the next one, which is now that you've done all this research, give me the hooks. Now that you've given me all the hooks, let's go to the next part. Give me the scripts. Tell me what to say. I don't want to have to think about it. So now you're kind of seeing how this is very systematically built out. So that way it's one right after the other, after the other. Nobody that you've spoken to, I think, has done more trainings than me on a national scale with as large of a group as real estate agents. Nobody like within your own network. If you're talking about the biggest coaches in the world, then that's something different. But I'm talking about the average trainer. And it's because I do these events and I've been doing them for over 20 years. And my background is not just in standing up in front of an audience and talking, but I know that my background is in a very systematic approach to teach, to break down. Okay. So now the reason I say that is because look, this is I would say one of the most important right here. If it says listing presentation, this is all tied to the listing presentation. I told you, how am I booking these appointments with sellers when they're telling me right away, oh, I'm already working with somebody else? It's right here. Listing presentation, property value. The property value prompt is, please provide an estimated property value range for subject address. This property has, fill in the blanks. And I'm telling you too, let ChatGPT generate the value and the comps. You can run your own CMA, do a side-by-side comparison to see how on point this is. But in addition to that, I'm also providing you additional tips. So that way you're not just trying to memorize prompts. That's the problem with a lot of agents, is that they go to a class and they're just taking photos of the prompts that are on the screen without truly understanding the logic. You need to understand the logic, because if you understand the prompting and the logic, now you're dangerous in a positive way. So this is the prompting for value range. And then remember, I'm even breaking down, you need deep research to do it. It's available for 20 bucks a month. And then now that you've learned this, here's your action step. It says upgrade to ChatGPT Plus. If you haven't already done so, copy and paste the prompt above into ChatGPT and provide full property details, photos if possible. Run this process for one of your current listings, an upcoming listing, or even your own home. Review the evaluation, verify it against your CMA, and use both sets of data in your next seller meeting. This training content right here is worth tens of thousands, in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars to you. but it's worthless if you don't do anything with it. Okay, property value, next one here. This is the community information, schools information, and employment and data. And so you could just see again, the purpose of today's training is just to show you how everything is right in front of you. The last module is to focus on what I believe to be is the most valuable video editing app on the planet. I think I just read something today that had said Captions has 20 million users. Captions is the app. It's an amazing app, but I'm walking you through the structured steps so that way you're not just attending a class or hearing about some cool video editor, but you're able to do it yourself. And I'm adding new videos to this because Captions was acquired by a company called Mirage, and Captions has enhanced itself even more. Before I would say, guys, pay $9.99. Now I would even say, consider paying the $24.99. Here's why, because they have built-in editing that will be done for you. All you got to do is upload your video, choose your style, and then let the editing take place all on its own. I just did a video where I'm actually walking through, I'm talking somebody through a home that I was able to sell. And it is a video that I have on Instagram. And that whole video was all edited by Captions, which is amazing. So again, this is the Captions app, and covers something as simple as this. One of the cool things that I show when I'm speaking live on stage is I show you how to enhance your audio to make it sound like you're using a microphone when you have not used a microphone. So the video itself is 37 seconds, but look at how I give you a detailed breakdown. So that way, again, you're not just watching, but you're also reading. This video is 37 seconds. This is what it looks like when you watch a video on our platform, Agent Growth Lab.
So now you are already a pro with modifying the captions on your video. Now, how do we go about enhancing the audio? Now, what does this mean? It means that the audio is going to sound as if you were using a microphone, even if you're not. All we have to do is to look at the toolbar right on the bottom and look at the option that says denoise and tap it. Once you tap it, you'll see something taking place. Your audio is being modified. And then we just saw it on the top. Your project audio is enhanced. It's that simple. So this is how you enhance the audio of your video file.
37 seconds. And then it says the next video will start adding background music to your video. So this here is Agent Growth Lab. Currently, if you're a member, there's no monthly fees, right? At least not now. Because should we add monthly fees? Why not? If I'm updating the content, if we're keeping the content super current and there's so much value, why not? My point is we're not currently. So if you're a member, take advantage of this. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is this. I'm going to switch gears here. And that is for the platform, which is our My Agent Growth Lab community. Okay. So now there's something different above and beyond My Agent Growth Lab. Let's go back to myagentgrowthlab.com. And if you log into your account, you'll see something called All Access. Okay. So that's this right here. Now, what is the All Access? This is something that I'm now putting a ton of attention into. I really want to grow the All Access platform. And what the All Access platform is this. When you buy my Agent Growth Lab training program, I'm giving you 40 plus training videos, and it's all the content that I have up to that point. But things are constantly changing. And as I'm speaking in offices, I have like a rotating list of titles and descriptions that I use. And most of them are really general. I'm not sticking to any one thing. And even last night, my team was making 6 flyers. And they were like, what title do you want? And I said, either or, doesn't matter. Because I'm not being held to a particular thing that I'm teaching as much as it is the concept of AI and video. And this is rapidly changing, so it's always giving me new content. So when you visit the All Access community, this is the place where I am providing updating training content. I'm providing a platform to keep you up to date consistently. So one of the last videos that I just posted was the art of the prompt, staging with AI. So you can come on over here, you can click this, and then now you can watch. This is a 5-minute video just on staging. I'm giving you a breakdown. The 3 images below, one's a vacant room, one is staged AI with a basic prompt, And then one is staged AI with a structured prompt that understands. And just to kind of look at the difference here, if you guys can see on the screen, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. This is actually my listing in the city of Ontario. It's already under contract. I got the home inspection signed off this morning. So now this is a listing. It is vacant. This is a basic staged prompt. Some of you might look at this to be like, oh, that's nice. First thing that I think is, why in the world would somebody want a couch right in front of the walking path? That makes absolutely no sense. And I don't know if I'm really digging this whole design, because am I really going to want this couch so close to the fireplace? I don't know. Understanding better prompting, I was able to produce this. Now that looks so much cleaner. I had a meeting with the sellers of a home, two sisters out of the area. And when I met with them, I showed them this example, and I just gave them a breakdown and an understanding as to why it's so important to work with a real estate agent who truly understands how to leverage the latest tools and technology in order to enhance the sales experience for each and every client. And so when I showed them the difference, they were like, that is so funny because I wouldn't have even noticed. But now that you said this, yes, okay, it makes total sense for me to work with somebody like this. So we are posting content routinely. If you look here on the left side of the screen, you'll see where it says Agent Growth Lab All Access. And we have a couple things I'll show you. First, we have live meetups. This is where I'm committing to doing 2 trainings per month. So I'll keep you updated with certain things, but I'm doing 2 trainings per month. The training content will be recorded and the training content will be posted here. So if you can attend, then you can join here. All access start here. This just really will give you a breakdown on what it looks like once you visit. So I had a posting there. I deleted it this morning because I'm going to redo it. But again, just agent intel. These are the things that you should know. This is another thing. I talked to you guys about creating beautiful visual designs. This is how we did it. We did it with Manus. Look at how beautiful that is. Now, I know some of you have already attended and you keep attending these updated sessions, which is important, but this is what all access is all about. Next section is post and practice. This is where I want to encourage you. If you're not a member of the community, consider joining us. And this is where you can join and post and share what it is that you're creating so that way other agents can give you feedback. And then we're going to be launching challenges. The cool thing about challenges is this is where I'm going to set up to say, okay, now that you've watched this, come on out and do this. So the challenges program is going to be great. It's just going to be a way for us to just be more connected. So if you just want a way to stay ahead of the curve and you don't want to get lost with this whole AI movement, then I would strongly encourage you to consider joining our all access program. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is on the bottom here. It says playbooks and templates. This is where I provide you actual structured templates. Naeem, you had asked about them, playbooks and templates. If you're one of the clients that have access to this, and if you have access to all access, it's here for you. Click, mark it right here. And then these are the most up-to-date PDF documents that include straightforward prompts. You want to build your brand with video, but you don't know how to do it? I'm giving you the play-by-play. This is brand building video scripts prompts, so that way you can create content. Super powerful. If you want the listing presentation prompts, these are them right here. Just copy and paste. And this is a prompt. It says copy and paste prompt. Copy here and just fill in the rest. It's that simple. It's that easy. And then I think you all need a buyer series and a seller series so you can have available on your YouTube channel. And these are the scripts. So I'm actually giving you the scripts for 8 videos. Video number 1, video number 2, video number 3. This is all included our program that we have when you would like to sign up with my all access program. It's $39 per month. Okay, 39 bucks per month. There's no contract, there's no commitment. And if you think about it, for 39 bucks a month, where else are you going to get the latest AI updates? Because many offices will attempt and try to bring them to agents. But unless you have somebody that's 100% fully committed and focused to just learning this as much as possible, even it's moving so quickly, it could even move past most offices. And I say this respectfully because that's why I have so many brokers. If you notice here, I got a program called Broker Growth Council. This is a program that I have just for brokers nationwide to be able to bring them a resource. So if any of you would have any interest in signing up with the all access my Agent Growth Lab program, then you can feel free to do so. I'm going to throw a coupon code in the chat box right now. You can do so, and this will give you the opportunity just to try it out, and it will be 21 bucks a month for the first month. And then if you like it and you want to keep it, great. If you are not interested in keeping it, not a problem.
I just want to let you know this is a goal mine. All your services here is helping me a lot to do my listing presentations.
Awesome, Naeem. I love to hear that. And
Yes.
I will share. I just spoke at an office. What's funny is that this young girl didn't even sign up with me yet, and now she has. But a young realtor, and she just attended my class, and she was just diligently taking photos, this and that. And then a couple days later, she texted me to tell me that she's created 3 listing opportunities by way of just simply tapping into her network, her database of people that she had been conversating with, but there was nothing locked in. And then she ran the prompts and then created with Manus, which I was just like, that is amazing. That is so awesome that she was able to do that. I'm going to throw up on the screen here. If you guys would like to take advantage of Manus, I mentioned it a couple times. Scan this QR code. What Manus is Manus is I was going to say it was a Meta ChatGPT, but again, this is a service that China just blocked to say, nope, Meta, you're not buying it for 2 billion. It was already in the works. It was agreed upon, but the government came in because they said this is too powerful to us. We're not allowing it. But Manus, it costs 40 bucks a month. I pay the 40 bucks a month and I pay it gladly. But if you scan this QR code, and I'll throw the link as well I'll throw it into the chat box here. You guys can at least try it out. Try the service and you'll get 500 credits, which means you can create a few presentations and not have to worry about paying for it. Okay, so that's going to be a cool offering for you. I would strongly encourage you, log into your account, complete the courses, drop comments, messages on any of the videos. I monitor all of those. Feel free to continue to send me messages, but I'd rather your messages be on the training platform itself because then other people can see it as well. And I think it could be really helpful. My goal was to keep this about 20, 30 minutes, and I feel that we did so. Okay, guys, have a great rest of the day.